I'm Tia Porter, and this is our Erie. On today's episode, we're entering the no-wake zone, finding words better written than spoken, and keeping you guessing where in the world I am. So stick around, because all that and more is happening right now on our Erie. We're here at the Bayfront Convention Center talking to Ed about an event that's happening right here this weekend. So whether you want to learn about boats, fishing, or fun for the whole family, come visit here February 27th through March 1st.
Well, we'll have over 8 local dealers with all kinds of different brands and styles of boats. We have some water sport activities as well, some fishing vendors, and lots of seminars.
And it's not just about shopping, it's about learning and getting ready for the season ahead.
We've got some local folks talking about different fishing activities, using new technology with fishing, and some PA Clean Waterway seminars as well.
If you've been thinking about upgrading your ride before summer hits, this weekend could be the perfect time.
A lot of the dealers will do special pricing during the show. This is a really great time of year, obviously getting ready for spring and summer around the corner, so it's a great time to look at a new boat.
Even if you're not in the market for a brand new boat, you'll still find plenty to explore.
There's a lot of accessories regarding boating that's here. There's a lot of fishing vendors here as well. So whether you're in the market for a new boat or you just want to look for some new supplies for the upcoming season, it's a great opportunity to do that.
And this event truly makes it easy for families to come out and enjoy the day together.
There's lots of family activities. Kids 10 and under are free. And then we have discounted tickets for military, first responders, and teachers as well.
And getting here is simple, even with Bayfront construction underway.
We know parking can be tight on the Bayfront with construction, so we have a free shuttle from Liberty Park that runs throughout the show, sponsored by First Student Transportation.
And if you're planning your visit ahead of time, tickets are easy to grab.
Tickets are available at erieevents.com or at the door when you come to the show.
Plus, Sunday is dedicated to celebrating the educators who are helping shape the next generation.
All teachers and educators get in for free on Sunday with proper ID, and that's sponsored by First Student Transportation.
It's also a weekend to say thank you with special savings for the hometown heroes who serve our community.
Veterans, first responders, and military get a $2 discount, sponsored by Plyler Entry Systems.
So whether you're brand new to boating or already counting down to launch day, you'll find expert advice waiting for you.
It'll be a great event if you're just getting into boating. There's lots of experts here from all the dealers that are happy to give you information. And if you know what you want, you can come down and check out what's available as well.
Make plans to come out, support our local businesses, and get inspired for your next outdoor adventure. All at the Erie Boat and Fishing Show, February 27th through March 1st at the Bayfront Convention Center. James and Catherine took a trip with their children to Kentucky and came home with an idea and a future they never expected for themselves.
We were on vacation with his family. We went into a bookstore. It was a beautiful space.
Our kids were playing in the kids area, and just like unprompted, Catherine and I looked at each other and we said,
we could do this. And then we both were like, wait, you think so too? So it was this super strange moment of, okay, I guess what we know what we're doing next.
The name of this idea came before anything else.
So we came back home. I should say we went back to the campground where his family was, and his stepmom says, well, okay, what would you call it?
Thought for a couple seconds and I was like, Rustling Pages. It's kind of just stuck. We never changed the name.
It was this sort of things just came together on their own, and we just kind of went with it.
These simple moments turned into Rustling Pages, a bookstore built around connection and comfort. For Catherine, the vision for the store started with how you should feel the moment you walk inside.
So when I thought about what I wanted a space to feel like, I really wanted it to be a space where you walked in and felt like you were somewhere else, which really is what a book does. You know, you open a book, you feel like you've been taken to a new place. And so I really wanted that sense here, kind of that magical walk in the woods type space.
But Rustling Pages wasn't just built as a business. It was built as a place families could feel at home. That sense of comfort was designed with families in mind.
I envisioned sitting here and feeling like you were under a tree, like you'd go in your yard, sit under your tree, read a book. So this one was meant to be here. I think the idea of a fireplace too, lots of times when you're sitting down at someone's house, turn the fireplace on, it just sets a vibe really quickly. So I wanted a space where people could come and sit and feel like they could stay a while. That's definitely something we don't have here in Waterford. I also think that having young kids, I've been in stores where I take my kids and I want them to be able to go and play and do something while I just sit and drink my coffee. And so I wanted this space where, mom or dad or grandma or grandpa could bring their kids in, sit at the couch, watch the fireplace, read a book, and know that their kids were safe behind them.
If you want to see where imagination really takes off, it's right inside this book-shaped tent.
Tents are a hit. No matter where you go, you set up a tent and a kid is gonna be in it. So a tent felt to me then we're doing the whole camping vibe, the nature vibe, you gotta have a tent. So in my mind, it was just a tent. And then a friend of mine who was doing a lot of the renovation support for us, I had asked him if he could build the tent. I can do a lot of things. A lot of this was just learning on the fly, and a tent was not something I felt like I could take on. So I asked Brian if he would build the tent. So he was brainstorming over this, and he was just sitting, thinking, taking notes, set a book down on the table, and it set up where it was the book with the pages looking like a tent. And so he said, aha.
Catherine's love for books began with a childhood memory she still carries with her.
When I was little, I don't know how old I was, maybe 8, and my Aunt Carolyn took me to the bookstore for Christmas, and I remember that day vividly. We went to the store, we picked out a book, and that book was so special to me forever. So I think for me, having a space where kids could do that with their aunts or uncles or whoever brings them in, I think there's so many things you can read about, and being able to really pick something that speaks to you that no one's touched before and it's brand new is just really special.
That experience shapes how Rustling Pages approaches its shelves today.
Probably 20% used, 80% new, and we'll just kind of see how the community responds to that. So far, I think we're seeing they like both. They want both.
And if you don't see what you're looking for when you come in,
tell me and I'll order it. We have access to almost every book ever that we can get for people. It usually takes a few days, if not a couple weeks to come in, because you can then build some relationship with the people who are reading and learn what they like. And then when something comes in that maybe they haven't asked for, you're able to say, hey, have you seen this book yet? So it creates a level of relationship that you just don't get online if you're shopping elsewhere.
Creating a safe space for kids is always at the heart of it all.
So I think it's important to create a space where kids come and feel safe and comfortable and interested in what's around them. And I think they're more inclined to want to read stories when they're surrounded by them.
And for James, Rustling Pages is also about building something together.
And if you could cultivate a small community to work together instead of against each other, then I think you're going to see positive things. The initial support has been pretty overwhelming, so I'm pretty optimistic. As soon as people started hearing rumblings that we wanted to open a bookstore, there was a lot of positive feedback from it. So we want to do this for the community as well as our family.
For Catherine and James, Rustling Pages is also about setting an example.
If you have an idea, you can make it happen. Takes a lot of hard work, a lot of time, a lot of support. You can't do it yourself.
At Rustling Pages, it's not just a book or a drink. It's a piece of community you carry home. Now, if you want to visit Rustling Pages Book Cafe, head to 118 High Street in Waterford, PA. Today, we're sharing the story of Orphan Angels Cat Sanctuary and Adoption Center, a place built on compassion and second chances. We're meeting with Mary Grace Lacoste to learn who they are and what they do each and every day.
My name is Mary Grace Lacoste. I'm one of the directors here at Orphan Angels Cat Sanctuary, and I became the director in 2020. I came into Orphan Angels as just somebody from the public, and I started fostering through Orphan Angels, and I saw what Orphan Angels does as an organization and the lengths that they go to save cats and help cats, and I really instantly fell in love just with the organization in general, and so that's why I became more and more involved.
At Orphan Angels, everything they do comes back to one simple mission.
We are a true no-kill shelter, and we believe that the only way to control animal overpopulation is through spaying and neutering. So we are not only an adoption center, but we're a sanctuary, so we truly do not euthanize cats unless there is a quality of life being questioned. And so that's just what we do. We're out there to try to educate people on the benefits of prevention of, just making sure that they're staying up to date on their vaccines to prevent disease, and also spaying and neutering to prevent overpopulation in our community.
At Orphan Angels, no 2 days look alike, but every day is about the care.
Day-to-days here are you have to be on your toes. So there's never a day that's ever the same. But typically we start off with taking care of our cats. Our volunteers are very committed. They're here every single day of the year, and that includes holidays. So we have a really, really dedicated volunteer team, and when they come in here, they take care of their basic needs. They have to feed them, freshen up their waters, scoop their litter boxes. Us as directors take care of more of the medical end of things. So a lot of these cats, because we're a sanctuary and because we don't euthanize, there's cats that are on special diets or cats that are on medications. And so the first thing we do is we assess all of our medical cases and medicate them, just like you would when you have your own pet at home that needs meds.
Over the last 5 years, they haven't just imagined change, they've built it.
For the last 5 years, the vision was to have the remodel done. And so now that we've completed that, along with that, the vision was to help the community with having a full-service clinic. So we've also completed that.
To get a better sense of it all, I asked Mary Grace to give us a tour of the facility so we could get a closer look.
This is one of our specialty rooms. In this room, we have a cat that is completely paralyzed. She's incontinent, both bowel and urine. Her name is Violet. She's been in the care of Orphan Angels for over 8 years. And she actually, she got pinned in a shed, and so her back, she has a lesion in her back, so she has absolutely no use of her back legs at all. She can't walk, she just kind of drags. So there's a special pad down here for her so that her back end doesn't get roughed up. And she's also on a special diet, and she also needs physical therapy twice a day to get her guts moving. So we have to do little kicking exercises. She's very interested in you. This is Ken. He's been in our care for many years. I think we're going on 5. He came in with his sister, May, and she recently got adopted in 2025. So he's still here. Before, you really couldn't touch him much. But as time goes on, he gets a little bit more comfortable, and he's, as you can see, very comfortable with his little shelf. He is on a special diet, but with consistency and time, he's very loving. So this is our treatment room. This is where all of the treatments happen when we are doing surgeries, or appointments for cats from the public. This is Emerson. He's our full-time technician here. Erin is our receptionist, and this is Dr. Amanda Jones. She is the captain to the ship. This is our surgery suite, and we also have an x-ray machine as well, and an ultrasound. So within these walls, we're able to do the preventative care. We do spays and neuters, vaccines, but also they're very capable of doing emergencies with the x-ray machine, the ultrasound, and the capabilities of doing dentals and surgeries. So yeah, it's a full functioning vet hospital here.
What keeps you motivated to do this every day?
Rescue is really hard. Our volunteers are a big motivator. Seeing their personal commitment, they come in every single day through the snow and through the holidays, everything. This is a really unique niche of people. And it's a really good community. And I think that's kind of what keeps me personally going, to be a part of that. And so, you know, yes, we're helping cats out, but like adoption days are amazing. You get to see the full circle of, you know, you remember their intake exam and how awful they were and what bad shape they were in. And then we always try to get family photos on adoption days. And like, we have an Orphan Angels alumni page on Facebook where people that adopt from us, they join that page and we get to see them in their home environment. And I think that's the big motivator of why we do what we do, why I personally wake up every day and come back in. Because yeah, some days are really hard and it's exhausting. There's no mental disconnect from this place. It's 24/7. But you know, it's those kinds of stories, happy endings that keeps us motivated.
If you're looking to give a great cat a great home, visit Orphan Angels Cat Sanctuary on Westlake Road. All right, it's time for one of our new favorite segments. Where in the world is Tia Porter? I've been on the move and we're about to show you a photo from somewhere I've traveled. Take a good look because your job is to guess where in the world I am.
Is it A, San Juan, Puerto Rico, B, Cancun, Mexico, C, Orlando, Florida, D, Grand Turk, Turks and Caicos Islands? Lock in your guess and don't go anywhere. We'll reveal the answer when we come right back. Welcome back. It's time for the big reveal. Before the break, we asked, where in the world is Tia Porter? If you guessed A, San Juan, Puerto Rico, you are correct. Where do you think I should pop up next? I'll keep you guessing. Tucked away here in Erie is a company you may not know by name, but you've definitely seen their work. Behind many of the beautiful bouquets and arrangements from your local flower shops is Cleveland Plant and Flower Company, a wholesale florist serving our region for decades.
Cleveland Plant and Flower Company is a floral wholesale company. It opened in 1913 in Cleveland, Ohio, hence the name. And it's family run and operated, and there are 6 branches, and we were the second to open here in Erie.
Rooted in tradition, the wholesale florist supplies fresh flowers, plants, and everything florists need to create stunning arrangements. But this isn't a shop the general public can walk into.
So we bring in fresh cut flowers. Most of it is imported from around the world. And then we also do plants and supplies to supply the local florists with so that they can sell to the general public.
From Erie to Pittsburgh, Buffalo, and beyond, their reach stretches far outside the city limits.
So our customers are the local florists here in Erie, as well as anyone in a 3-hour radius. So we sell all the way down to Pittsburgh, all the way up through Buffalo and the top of New York, and towards the middle of the state.
So what does the process look like for florists?
Essentially it just starts with a phone call. They reach out with flowers that they're in need of, whether it's for an event or just their coolers for every day. Let us know what they're looking for. If we have it here, we just supply them with it day of or the next day. If we don't, we can order that in for them from our farms that, again, are from around the world.
And the variety? It ranges from everyday staples to truly eye-catching statement pieces.
So that can be anywhere from your basic carnations or roses to something as unique as like a bird of paradise, a protea, some beautiful orchids, things like that. And then we do plants. So that would be included in like dish gardens for funerals, peace lilies, things like that. And then the supplies, which would be like your ribbons, stuff for funerals, caskets, and then ribbons and the fancy stuff that you see on the arrangements that the florists make.
And for Dana, it's about more than just the flowers. It's about helping businesses grow.
Really, I enjoy helping the florists build their business. The flowers are beautiful, so anything that I can do to help them grow and thrive is really why I'm here.
Even though you buy flowers here locally, most flowers actually travel thousands of miles to even get here.
I just think the main thing that people don't realize is how much flowers are imported. So it's one of the major imports as the country as a whole, because about 80% are imported because we can only grow so much here in America.
Growing conditions across the country and right here in Erie make year-round production a challenge.
So most of the flowers that are grown in America are California, Alaska, and Florida. We do have some wonderful local flower farmers here, but again, there's snow outside, so they're limited to the time that they can grow. And that same goes for even California. They go through a rainy season, a dry season. So
while the public can't shop directly at Cleveland Plant and Flower Company, their impact is felt in many bouquets you buy at local flower shops.
support your local florists. That's the best way you can support us as a family-run company. Even though we're a wholesaler and the public can't shop with us, you really need to get out there and shop with your local florist.
Rooted in quality and growing beauty right here in Erie. Cleveland Plant and Flower Company, a wholesale florist. From helping shape your imagination to imagining a closer look to a Lake Erie sunset this summer, these are the people and the places helping make our community shine. Thanks for spending time with us. I'm Tia Porter. We'll see you next time on Our Erie.